When you picture Antarctica, you likely think of ice, penguins, and scientific research. But for the thousands of people who live and work there in research stations, life continues. And that often includes the need for spiritual connection and community. These churches serve as vital hubs for people from all over the world, offering a sense of home, peace, and a place for worship in an otherwise isolating environment. They provide comfort, support, and a reminder of the world they've left behind. The number of people these churches serve fluctuates depending on the time of year and the activity at the various research stations. During the summer months, the population of Antarctica swells with scientists and support staff, potentially reaching several thousand. In the winter, that number drops significantly. These churches, while small, offer services and a sense of community to anyone seeking it. Whether it is a handful of dedicated winter-over crews or a large gathering during the busy research season. Antarctica is a continent with no recognized sovereign country. However, 7 countries have made territorial claims on the continent, though these are not universally recognized. These claims are primarily sector-shaped, stretching from the Antarctic Circle to the South Pole. No country owns Antarctica. It is governed internationally under the Antarctic Treaty, which was signed in Washington on December 1st, 1959. The churches of Antarctica vary in age. Some are relatively recent, built as permanent research stations were established. Others have a more historical presence, often linked to the early exploration or long-standing bases. They are typically built through the efforts of the nation who is operating the base. This could involve funding, materials, and even personnel from the home countries of the research stations. The design often reflects practicality and the harsh climate, favoring sturdy construction and simple interiors. Interesting fact, because of the extreme conditions, building materials often need to be shipped thousands of miles, making construction a significant undertaking. You will find a few different types of Christian churches in Antarctica, primarily serving various denominations. Let's take a look at some of these Christian churches. First, let's look at Chapel of the Snows. This is likely the most well-known and largest. It serves a diverse Christian population and has been rebuilt a few times over the years, with the current structure dating back to the late 20th century. The chapel is the southernmost dedicated religious building in the world and has regular Catholic and Protestant services. As of 2015, chaplains are now entirely military personnel from both the Air National Guard and U.S. Navy, each serving for about 4 to 6 weeks on rotation. The chapel is also host to services and meetings of other faith groups, such as the Latter-day Saints, Baha'i, and Buddhist, and non-religious groups, such as Alcoholics Anonymous. This small wooden Orthodox church is notable for its traditional architecture and the fact that it was built in Russia and then transported to Antarctica. I must say, out of all the churches at Antarctica, this is one of my favorites. The wooden Trinity Church at the Russian station was consecrated by a bishop who traveled all the way from Russia. It can accommodate up to 30 worshipers. The church is staffed year-round by 1 or 2 Orthodox priests. On January 29, 2007, the priest of the church celebrated the first church wedding in Antarctica. The Chapel of St. Mary, Queen of Peace, the small civilian community associated with the Chilean research base. It is so far north on the Antarctica continent that it is almost to the bottom of South America. The chapel is basically a large container of metal, modified so it resembles a common church. Religious ceremonies are performed by a deacon who lives permanently in the villa. Currently, the chapel is the southmost Chilean Catholic church. Smaller chapels or dedicated spaces for worship can also be found at other research stations, often serving specific national groups or religious affiliations, such as the Bulgarian Chapel of St. Ivan Rilski. Or the Argentinian Chapel of St. Francis of Assisi and Chapel of the Blessed Virgin of Lujan. Many of the churches across Antarctica have guest books filled with signatures and messages from people from all corners of the globe who have visited or worshiped there. Despite the isolation, some churches hold regular services and even celebrate holidays and special gatherings. The views from the windows of these churches can be truly breathtaking, offering serene scenes of ice and snow. Due to the international nature of Antarctic research, these churches often become interdenominational and multicultural spaces, fostering a unique, serene unity. So while the churches might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Antarctica, they play a significant role in the lives of people who call this frozen continent home. They are beacons of faith, community, and connection in one of the most remote places on Earth. Thank you so much for watching today. We invite you to watch all our videos on sacred places, bios, and traditions, along with biblical archaeology.